Hello and welcome to the University of Law. In today's video I'm going to be unboxing these, which are the two 1960s Peter Cushing films in which he played part of the Doctor against the Daleks. So these have been out for a while on 4K. Please note this is a unboxing, not a review, because I haven't seen these restorations yet. I have seen the films, but as you may know, these have been out for a while now. On 4K, they're 4K restorations. So you may ask, well, why have I waited till now to get them? Well, I've got them on DVD, and if I'm completely honest with you, I'm not the world's biggest fan of the films. For the simple reason that I much prefer the televised versions. I love Peter Cushing's portrayal. I love him as an actor. They're bright, they're colourful. But because they're not a part of the main continuity of the show, but more importantly for me, I prefer the televised editions. Having said that, I do really enjoy the Dark Invasion of Earth film as a piece of film. I think some great performances. I think especially having Bernard Cribbins in really lifts that one. But I enjoy both of them. They're both good films. They're both good 60s films, in vibrant colour, as they were back then, Technicolor. But yeah, my preference has always been to watch the televised versions, especially the new colorized versions that they did for the Daleks, and I hope they do one at some point with Dark Invasion of Earth. So why have I bought these then if I'm not a massive fan? Well, I've got them on DVD. I never bought the Blu-ray, so I do need an upgrade. I'm a massive fan of 4K restorations, and I've heard these are amazing. For what I've seen on the trailers, they look amazing. I'm also a big fan of collector's editions, and these have got a range of extra features. There is a standalone steelbook edition, that doesn't have all the extras, it just has the films. What I will say is that the big thing that put me off before was the price of these. They're basically now 40% off, at least they were when I ordered. I went to order War Games in colour and I saw these were on sale. They're 40% off the original price, and it means they're only £10 more than the steelbook, but you get all the extra booklets and bits and pieces. So I thought, if you're going to get them in this package and get them with all the extra bells and whistles. So yeah, as I say, I don't dislike the films at all, but my preference has always been the televised edition, and that's why I was in no hurry to get them. But now they're the right price for what I want them for, which is just to see them in the best quality. I'm fully on board with getting them, but I have been looking forward to it for a while, and I like the fact they are very similar to the collection set. They're in that kind of deluxe packaging distributed by in this case, Studio Canal. So this is a collector's edition. It's got a limited edition coin. I think that's meant to be only on the first so many editions, isn't it? I'm not sure whether this one will have it. A 44-page booklet, a 32-page Titan mini book, 4 art cards, and 2 posters. So let's get this open. Let's see how easy it is. I'm just starting with the Daleks, because that was the first film, the film that started it all. What's interesting, of course, is that they did do a pilot, I believe, for a radio show of Peter Cushing's Doctor, and they recorded a pilot. There we go. They recorded a pilot, and it never went forward. I think it was a BBC pilot, and I think it was destroyed. So it's a piece of lost media that's never been seen since. I am going to be careful, because I am going to take the sticker that tells you what's inside off of the cellophane. Do that very carefully. I'm going to try and put it back on the box, just because I like the fact that it tells you all the extra bits and pieces that are inside. If I can get it off, it's pretty well stuck. No, I'm not going to be able to do that. I might try again later. Right, so here it is. We've got a bit of a slip card on the back. And yeah, there's a lovely quote actually from Mark Gatiss, the new series writer on here, saying it's joyous, colourful and achingly nostalgic. For a lot of people, he was their first Doctor, because they used to repeat the films, didn't they? Let's have a look at this. So this slip on the back is stuck on. I would really, although what's the back? Yeah, there's a quote on the back. They are beyond reason, they wish only to conquer. I'm going to have a look and see if I can be clever. Maybe if I can stick it back on. So it would be a shame to lose the blurb that also tells you everything that's on it. Right, let's have a look. Let's try and get this back on. There we go. Will that do? Let's have a look. Let's get it square on. That's it. Stick it over the top. Oh, that's a bit wonky, isn't it? I will get there eventually. That's it. Perfect. Right. Now I'm going to try and flip it over. Right. So we have got a mini book. Some lovely artwork in there. I think it's about Dalek mailing in general. Oh, that's right. It's an extract from the Daleks, the official story of the films book that came out. I enjoy looking through that, actually, see if I want to invest in the book. And this is the mini booklet that goes with the set. Some nice essays in here. This was really nice, isn't it? Really good quality. I'm glad I invested in this one. 2 posters. One I think is of the artwork on the disc. I think this is the steelbook and special edition artwork. And looks like this could be the original poster from the original film release. And then inside we have got some art cards, and then the film itself, we've got a 4K copy and a Blu-ray copy, and that's got the bits and pieces. There's something rattling. And it does indeed come with the collectible coin, which is pretty cool, isn't it? I think I might pop the DVD on top, because that's what I'm going to be grabbing, isn't it, when I open this up usually. Right, so that's Doctor Who and the Daleks. And now, Dalek Invasion of Earth 2150 AD. Quite a cool title, isn't it? 2150 AD. Which isn't as far in the future as it was when it was made, to be honest. We're talking, what, 125 years in the future? The Daleks. Well, that's when the film set. The Daleks had invaded already, hadn't they, about a decade or so earlier. At least in the televised version. Right. Let's try and get this. Now again, it's the sticky at the back. Although actually looking at the DVD, well, the case, the 4K case in the last edition, I think this slip here is actually not required in that case, but I might stick it on just for now. But it would be nice to have these quotes displayed. It says, "Surrender now and you will live, resist, and you will be exterminated." I'm getting there. They're very sturdy packages, they are. I have to say, they're lovely collector's editions. And they are definitely right in line with the collection sets, which, for those of you who collect them, this is a lovely addition to sit alongside them. I do believe that these films were nearly canonised in some respect as a part of the 50th anniversary, weren't they? There was meant to be a reference to them in the Dalek, the day of the Doctor, when they said, it's the line where they say, "Oh, Knowledge of the Doctor in the Wrong Hands could be disastrous. It was meant to have a poster of the film, and the idea was that Ian and Barbara had made a film out of their adventures when they got back. There's a quote here, actually, I haven't spotted on the last one. Let's see, so this one says, "We'll have to bypass Watford. The place is full of Daleks." And then, is there one on the other one? There is. How interesting. This is most interesting. It's a very William Hartnell line, that is. I guess at this point in time, this period in its history, William Hartnell was Doctor Who, so I guess anything that you're going to do is going to be based on his interpretation, isn't it? So we've got another collectible mini book, yet again an extract from the Titan book. Some lovely images in there. Then we have got, if I can get it out, these have got them as well. Attention, attention, survivors of London, the Daleks, the Masters of Earth. And this is their little booklet, again full of essays, which looks fantastic, phenomenal. And as with last time, we've got the original poster and the new 4K artwork. And then, if I can get this open, if I'll do that in a second, we've got the art cards, the photograph cards. And both of these, the coin went a bit missing. This one's got Peter Cushing on the coin. And then we've got the 4K itself, disc on Blu-ray and 4K. It looks like with photographs just behind, look, of the Daleks. So there we go. Have you picked this up before? What do you think? What do you think of the restorations? More importantly, what do you think of the films? Do you enjoy these films? Do let me know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to speaking to you soon.